Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's action as we are live for another edition of NASCAR 06 Total Team Control on the channel this evening. And we are Truck Series racing at the Atlanta Motor Speedway tonight for the running of the Easy Care something or another 200. I can't remember. Easy Care Vehicle Service Contracts 200. That's a mouthful. I knew that's why I couldn't remember. Regardless of the fact, welcome to tonight's race. A short one for a stream today, as this race probably going to take just over an hour, but it is going to be an epic race as far as the championship battle goes. Four drivers still have a pretty good shot at the championship going into these final four races in the season-long Truck Series points format. And as of right now, it is a pretty tight battle for first. Ricky Craven, Brandon Witt, 62 points separates the top two after Witt had closed that gap by only 5 points in the last race over Ricky Craven. Craven might have the advantage tonight, though, as he comes into this race winning at Atlanta earlier this season. We'll see if Ron Hornaday can pull off the comeback. He's currently sitting fourth in the point standings, 192 points out of first. Coincidentally, we're the same amount of points back in the Truck Series as what we are in the Cup Series now after last night's race at Atlanta for the Cup side. The good news is, with that being said, is that we have an extra race yet in the Truck Series compared to the Cup Series, so our chances of winning the championship in the Truck Series is a little bit higher because we haven't raced Atlanta like we raced at Atlanta last night in the Cup Series. We know what to expect out of the AI. They're going to be throwing some massive blocks at this racetrack. I guess I kind of forgot about that from the spring race I had for the Busch, the Truck, and the Cup Series, and that ended up... it wasn't really my fault that it costed us in the Cup Series last night, finishing 40th place. Kind of ran there most of the day, unfortunately. Ended up flipping on lap 6. Thanks, Tony Stewart. As far as today's race goes, though, we'll see how good we can qualify, and we'll go from there. 130 laps scheduled distance and just 200 miles. Corey Freed, Sam Modding, Wade Solinsky, Isai Z, Davey Chumler, Bentley Potts, and others. Welcome into the stream. 4 races to go to crown a Truck Series champion in this 2005 season. In our quest of trying to win all 3 series championships or Premier Series championships. No practice coming into today's race. Just going to hop into qualifying. Hopefully the setup is good to go. I made some massive improvements setup-wise compared to what we had in the truck the last time we were at Atlanta. Trying to get a little bit more downforce, a bit more grip. Oh, jeez. Oh. Give me a second. Oh, my gosh. That snuck up on me. Oh. I'm good. I think I'm good. I almost died there for a second. I just got done finishing my Starbucks like 2 minutes before the start of the stream. I think I got a chocolate chip lodged in my throat. Sorry for blowing out the mic there for a second. That had to have been very loud in your ears. That is not a good way to start qualifying. That was terrible. I didn't even feel that coming. That just came out of left field. Alright, we're good. Back to try to get the pole. That's probably going to cost me on lap 1. I didn't run the traditional line on the front stretch. I was kind of on the outside. I had no control over my truck there for a second. I was just kind of going with the flow. It widened turns 3 and 4 for Ron Hornaday anyway. Not the greatest first lap for the 6. 30.364. So lap times in the Cup Series in the 29.1s. We're not going to be seeing any lap times like that. And that was even after multiple flips from Dale Jr. last night. Didn't have headphones on? Okay, well that's good. And for anybody that is listening with headphones, I apologize for that. That probably made you mute, or you might have clicked away after that. 10th on lap 1, big pickup though, 30.154 And that's good enough for third place for Ryan Hornaday in qualifying. So he picked up about 0.2 of a second from lap 1 to lap 2. Kevin Harvick is going to be on the pole for tonight's race. That is actually insane. Harvick might have a shot to get his first win of the Truck Series season. The Truck Series field, it's really weird because as far as the championship goes, there isn't really too many drivers that aren't fantasy drivers. So the quality of top tier race trucks in the Truck Series in this game compared to the Busch and the Cup Series, especially the Cup side of things, is very slim to none. I think there's only like 11 or 12 drivers in the field that aren't fantasy drivers and that are real drivers. So those are kind of the quality race teams. And so far on the season, I have to count because I haven't ran the Truck Series in a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we have 11 different winners, which is actually impressive because we have 11 different winners in the Busch Series. 12 actually, 12 in the Busch Series, and then we have 11 different winners in the Cup Series. But we've also had over 30 races in both those series. This is only the 22nd race. We have had 11 different winners in 21 races in the Truck Series. That's pretty impressive. All right, Patrick Shadley, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your well wishes, by the way, after I almost died a couple seconds ago. And let's get this race underway. Kevin Harvick on the pole, though. Green flag in the air. Hopefully the restart gear is in the 6 truck of Ryan Hornaday because it was not for Dale Jr. last night, and it doesn't look like Hornaday is taking off all that well. He's taking off better than Jr., and I think it's probably because Jr. flipped a couple times. But Harvick's going to go out there. He's easily going to clear the 99 of Ricky Craven. But Ryan Hornaday did not take off well on the start. His teammate John Hamilton about threw a block on him in the middle of the corner. Hornaday had to lift, keep from wrecking. Now he's 3 wide middle off the exit of turn 4. Big run for the 6, and he's able to get back down to the bottom of the front stretch. Kind of a sketchy situation. We already went longer into this race without a caution of the Cup race when we had that wreck at the back of the pack off turn 4. Craven is able to get back into second, getting around the 18 truck of Chase Montgomery. He's battling him for the championship. Craven trying to get a lap lead on the 92 of Kevin Harvick. We're going to take a field pass on this lap very early in the going to try and keep that 92 truck out in front of Ricky Craven just a bit longer. This is necessary. Going to try to make sure that Craven's not going to lead any laps. That's how important it's going to be for Kevin Harvick to try and stay in front. He has not led many laps this season. He's the only Cup Series regular to run the full Truck Series season, or any Truck Series races for that matter. Of course, Atlanta, the place where he got his first career Cup win, one of his better tracks throughout his Cup Series career. Dark Crypto, thanks for tuning into the stream. Chase Montgomery back into second place. Kind of don't want Montgomery to lead a lap either, considering he is still about 59 points ahead of Ron Hornaday yet for the points lead. Harvick going to overdrive the corner just a bit. About left the bottom open for Montgomery. And Chase Montgomery is there. Side by side for the lead at the line. Into turns 1 and 2. 92 truck of Harvick having to hold the outside lane. Montgomery down low. Door to door for the lead off turn 2. Harvick holding on to his truck. Continues to try and pinch and side draft the... Oh, the 18! Bad block by Montgomery. Craven to second again. But Harvick does hold on for the lead temporarily, and now we'll go back to John Hamilton. Hornaday was able to get to third after all that mess. Craven to the outside through turns 1 and 2, trying to get to the lead. That was a terrible block by the 18. I thought all the terrible blocks by the trucks were probably going to be on the bottom. Harvick still hanging on at the front of the field. Hornaday fell right back to 6th place again. John Hamilton trying to get to the inside of the 18. Didn't want to hit that white line. Overdrives the corner just a bit. 38 of Brandon Witt's going to try to get underneath in 4th position. Craven trying to work that outside still a little bit further up towards the front of the field. And now we'll go to Marvin Sheth in the 133. It is a scramble in this pack for 3rd place right now, while the top 2 have broken away from the field 8 laps in. They getting 1 spot back up to 5th. Go back to him next time by. Massive run for Marvin Sheth, looking low. He gets sent down below the white line. Hangs on to it. Surprised we haven't seen a caution. We are seeing some terrible blocks by the field right now. At the front, though, Ricky Craven in the 99 is going to take over his first lead of the race. All 4 Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks inside the top 10 in the early going. All qualifying well. Collectively, their team's got the speed today. We've seen that in other races this year, but let's see if they can all finish towards the front now. Hornaday still in 5th. We'll go back to him now on lap 10. We're seeing even more bad blocks in the truck series than what we saw in the Cup race yesterday. Every single time we've seen a truck get alongside another, there's been contact seemingly. John Hamilton to the inside of Chase Montgomery for 3rd. Clears him off turn 4. Big run by the 6 of Ron Hornaday. He's trying to make a move under Montgomery. Not going to be able to happen this time. Both the outside and the inside, though, too, when they're throwing these blocks. The Cup Series, it was only really the inside. It only happened 4 times throughout the course of the 325 laps. It just so happened to be that 2 of the times Dale Jr. lost control and ended up flipping in his accident when those blocks had happened. He's going to make a clean pass on Montgomery, though. Got Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks running 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 10th right now after a dozen laps. Remember, Hornaday lost 4 spots on that opening lap. Just did not take off well, so the more cautions we have, probably the worse for Hornaday. Because he just can't take off well. He does not have the restart gear in it. Harvick losing touch of Ricky Craven, who is leading right now. Got to get to that lead as soon as possible. You do not want the points leader to lead the most laps. Craven did win at Atlanta earlier this year. We knew he was going to have a fast race truck to try and go for the Atlanta sweep. Hornaday finished 2nd at Atlanta earlier this season. He led 41 laps in what was a 200-mile race earlier in the year as well. Hamilton and Hornaday closing in on the 92 truck of Kevin Harvick right now. Chase Montgomery still following close behind the 6. Good run off turn 4. Hornaday to the inside. This is for 3rd. Side drafts his teammate, John Hamilton, on the front stretch. Not going to have a bad block this time. Hornaday with a slide job up the racetrack. He drove it off deep. He was really close to that white line in the middle of the corner. Slides up, clear, and he's into 3rd. Now trying to attack his other teammate, Kevin Harvick, in the 92. A little tight in the dirty air, though, and Hamilton's going to get right back underneath him again. Close quarters racing through 15 laps at Atlanta. Oh boy, that got sketchy quick. That was the first time we've seen Hornaday on the outside today, and got a bit loose getting into the corner in that outside lane. There's not a lot of grip up there, and caused him to get contact with his teammate Hamilton. Now Hamilton into the back of the 92 of Harvick. These guys slowing each other up, battling for 2nd right now because nobody can get around Harvick, which is allowing Craven to pull away a little bit again. We've got a good 5-car battle for the lead going on. A more for 4-car battle for 2nd. Good run in the middle of the corner. 3 wide goes Hornaday down to the bottom. He's underneath the 18 and the 120. Into turns 3 and 4. Trying not to make a major mistake. He's going to clear Hamilton. So is Montgomery. Harvick gets them both. And he's up to 3rd place once again. Half a second off the lead. And closing in the back bumper of Kevin Harvick into turns 1 and 2. The race of Logano blocks. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it's been so far. Hornaday's got to run on Harvick. Looks low. Harvick, the veteran, at least, is going to let his own truck go. He's going to get stuck on the outside. John Hamilton, his other teammate, going to get by also. The last lap was faster than any lap Hornaday ran of the two in qualifying. Starting to get dialed in. Practice laps, so he'll become more and more comfortable with this race truck as he gets more repetition in this race. Plus the 325 laps of practice last night in the Cup side. Well, we finished 2 laps down, so I guess it's 323. Here we go. Hornaday has to get to the lead quick on the 99. He's looking low into turn 1. Side by side. Ron Hornaday, Ricky Craven. John Hamilton's got a big run from behind, going behind his teammate Ron Hornaday. He's still somewhat in the championship battle, 5th in points coming in. He's got more work cut out for him. Hornaday clears the 99, the 120 down to the inside. He's going to try to get them both. Craven not in the lead anymore. Hamilton leads that lap at the line, 5 bonus points for the 3rd different driver in the day. And Hornaday was inches away from getting that first lap led. Now he's going to have to get back around Hamilton. He does get back in line, though, in front of the 99 of Craven. Harvick starting to lose touch of the top 4. Hamilton on the outside. Leaving the bottom open all the way through the corner. No major block from at least a teammate to a teammate. Into turns 3 and 4. Door to door again. Hornaday's not going to allow anybody else to lead this lap this time by. He's clear off turn 4 as he slams the door shut. Craven to the inside for second. 5 bonus points for Ron Hornaday. 4 different leaders in the first 21 completed laps in today's race. Craven all clear for second again. Montgomery to the inside for third. He still hasn't led a lap yet. Craven's led the most in the early going. All over the back of the 6. Hornaday wiggled up the track, got a bit aero loose. Craven back to the lead, another lead change at the line. The 6 trying to side draft Craven all the way down the front stretch. Both trucks bobbling around quite a bit right now with Montgomery right there looking for it. Craven's still clear. With contact between the 6 and the 18 on the back straightaway. Hornaday still stuck on the outside. Craven's going to go wide now, leaving the bottom open. Chase Montgomery looking for the lead. He may get there. Hornaday's holding his own on the outside right now. Craven's washing a bit too far wide. Again, Montgomery looking to the inside for the lead. Look at this, 4 trucks under a blanket. I think Hamilton's going to try to go 3 wide to the inside. The 18 blocks him. 99 still there. It's hard to race this close for so long without making a major mistake. Look at how tight Hornaday got ran up near the wall, kept it off the wall. So 120 tries to side draft him. Big block by the 6 on the 120. These guys are going for it. Craven holding the outside well also. Oh, what a move! Hornaday going for it all. 3 wide for the lead. Hamilton down low. He's trying to get to the bottom now. Hornaday clears everybody except for Hamilton, who gets the run on the inside. Hornaday will lead a second lap at the line. He found a hole on the back straightaway, was able to get down to the bottom, and then quickly washed up to the top when he tried to go 3 wide. John Hamilton back to the lead. Crossover incoming by the 6 of Hornaday. All the way on that white line. Didn't touch it. Had to lift to keep from touching it. Oh, car in the wall off turn 4. Chase Montgomery clipped it. That's going to allow the 99 to clear him. And Montgomery's going to lose a little bit of momentum on the front stretch. What a race so far. Everybody's driving the wheels off at all of these four in the top 5 in points with 4 races to go. In a short race in the Truck Series, they know there's a lot on the line and it's so important to lead every lap. Hornaday looking for the lead. Hamilton thought about blocking, thought better of it. The 6 washes up, side drafts the 120, middle of the corner. Forces him into a mistake. Up into the marbles and into the wall off turn 2 for Hamilton, and Hornaday's in the lead on the back straightaway again. Keeps overdriving the corner every time he gets to the lead, though. Leads his 3rd lap out of 28. Montgomery slowly catching back up to Craven. It's going to be interesting to see if this is going to be a 1 or 2 stop race today as well with the distance. As long as they can go 65 laps on fuel, it's going to be a 1 stopper. That's about how far the Cup Series cars could go, but the trucks tend to have a bigger fuel tank. Most of the bigger tracks in this game I've noticed. Not so much on the short tracks, but on the mile and a halfs and larger, it seems like they have a bit bigger of a fuel tank. And notice John Hamilton's kind of controlling the pace a bit more than everybody else when we have other trucks get to the lead. It's down to just a 2-truck battle between the teammates at the front of the field of John Hamilton and Ron Hornaday. Hamilton will lead that lap at the line. Hornaday to the outside. Team orders are going to allow the 6 truck to try to go for the lead on the top. I don't know that a pass can be done on the outside, but Hornaday's going for it. Back straightaway. Now, Hamilton's not giving this up as easy as I thought he was going to. Oh, Hornaday into the mistake. The 120's not giving him any room, though, and that's why. Contact. Montgomery into the back of the 120 on the front stretch as well, and Hornaday's going to have a big lead into 1 and 2. John Hamilton was crowding Ron Hornaday all the way through the corner. Hornaday forced Hamilton into a mistake, but he never made contact with him in that instance. I mean, Hornaday had no room to make the corner. At least Hornaday gave Hamilton room the last time they had battled side by side for the lead, but that was not the case there. Right to Hornaday for holding in on the outside as well as he was. That 120 truck was moving around quite a bit. That's going to slow everybody else up. Hornaday's got a 2.3 second lead now. Raji, thanks for tuning in. The going is good. He definitely didn't have great control of his truck there for a few laps, which allowed Hornaday to get to the outside. I put the team orders in line for him to follow me. And that's how Hornaday had such a big run to get to his outside of the back straightaway a couple laps before the contact. And he just, like, stopped letting us go once we got alongside of him. And it was just a tough battle from that point. Well, now it's time to see what kind of pace this 6 truck has. The good news is he can go out here and lead a bunch of laps. Already less than 100 laps to go. 95 left. Still caution free. Remember Martinsville, we went caution free in the last race on Sunday night. Forgot what night we ran that race for a second. I forgot what day today was, honestly. That's why I almost forgot. It was Sunday night after the Cup race. We ran our Martinsville Truck Series event. So this is the second truck race of the week, and our next truck race will be at Texas, and that will be just in 2 nights on Friday. Same start time as tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know that Hornaday has as much speed as you would think. Because the way things are running right now, the lead is slimming down just a bit. This truck's still a little on edge. It's not as loose as Dale Jr.'s race car last night, but a large part of it is because, well, we didn't wreck tonight's race. So no severe damage. So the handling's a lot better, but well, we'll see. He's running 31s, which is about what he ran in qualifying, but he was running 30s when he was battling. About a tenth a second a lap slower, it seems like, than whoever's in second place. It looks to be Chase Montgomery in second. It's hard to tell from this far back exactly, but if I had to guess, that would probably be who's in second place. We'll alternate through the different camera angles for the first time today. 30.06 won that last lap, and he was actually pretty even with second place that last lap, picking up a tenth of a second, almost exactly, from the lap he ran at lap 38 to 39. We know Hornaday at least finished second, though, at Atlanta earlier this season, so we know he was fast on this mile-and-a-half track. He's been kind of inconsistent on the mile-and-a-halves, hasn't won yet on a mile-and-a-half racetrack. Still haven't won a mile-and-a-half track in general in the truck and the Busch Series. And at lap 41, he has just hit halfway out of gas, so that means that it is just going to be a 1 pit stop race tonight. These guys can go about 80 laps on fuel. Like I mentioned, the fuel cell a little bit bigger in the Truck Series. So it's a easy one-stop race. The question is, when exactly do you pit? I'd probably want the last run to be the run where you don't have as old of tires. Or you can split the race in half. But you run the risk if a caution comes out, if you pit, you're going to go a lap down. And we've seen a lot of drivers not be able to have that pay off for them this season. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Mark Demars, thanks for tuning in. 20 people currently watching, 12 likes on the stream. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Live race commentary of tonight's Easy Care Service Equipment 200. At Atlanta. The old Atlanta. Before its current super speedway configuration. I find it weird that the Truck Series has 2 dates at Atlanta in the 05 season, but the Busch Series only had 1. They went to Memphis late in the season. Memphis is not in this game, so that's why we are running a second Old Spice Speedway race on the schedule. And both the Old Spice Speedway races were both in the second half of the season as well. Race 21 and 32. Dale Jr. won at Old Spice Speedway earlier in the year, so he may have a shot to try to get the sweep there tomorrow night. Or sorry, not tomorrow night, Saturday night. It's going to be a long race. First race was 200 laps there. This one an extra 33 laps than even that. 1.1 second lead right now for Ron Hornaday. Going to try and hang on to it at the front of the pack. Definitely logging in quite a few laps led the way things are going right now. We'll take our second field pass of the race. We'll go to the 133 truck of Marvin Sheth, who is currently in 4th. John Hamilton is in 2nd in the 120. Big run for the 133 to the inside. Clips the apron into the corner. Oh, he gets into Hamilton. And the other Hamilton, Bobby Hamilton, was up on the outside. Trying to go 3 wide. Marvin Sheth just overran the corner on entry. That's all that was. Big moment. 99 and the 18 are falling back. John Hamilton might have grazed the wall off turn 2. He is slow right now. I think he got the wall on entry into 3 as well. I'm not sure about John Hamilton. Sheth's going to get around him barely on the outside. We'll go to the 92. Kevin Harvick next. Man, contact with Todd Kluver. And knocked him into the wall. Harvick back in the 14th place position. He's fallen well outside the top 10 after qualifying on the pole. Less than 50 laps. The battle in the middle of the pack right now is still super fierce. It has not let up at all. Clean Racer, thanks for tuning in. I've seen quite a few trucks get a bit wide off the exit of the corner. John Hamilton's still going backwards. Something has happened to John Hamilton. He has been very slow these last handful of laps. Harvick's checking up right behind him. He's boxed in. Trying to get him some of these spots back. Well, it was a good start to the day for Kevin Harvick Incorporated. Marvin Sheth is now their second highest running truck. He's still in the top 10. Hovering right around 6th or 7th, I believe. Craven and Montgomery definitely falling back just a bit. Pass for position for Hamilton. That was more Hamilton as he kind of got into the right rear corner panel. I didn't realize I was going to be alongside of him that quickly. We'll go to Ron Hornaday again at the front of the field. Just over a 2-second lead for Hornaday. At least the 6 is soundly ahead of all the wild action going on behind him. Fuel window, by the way, is open to the end of the race. We have less than 80 laps to go. 75 laps left this time by. Plan is definitely to make a 4-tire stop during the one pit stop. Doing good, Davey. Peter Conover, thanks for tuning in. Just looking at the chat there. I didn't want to enter that flat into the corner. Oops. Get that full focus back. I've noticed this truck's definitely loosening up over the long run. I don't think Hornaday is going to make any adjustment changes. We are almost halfway. So Hornaday's probably thinking about splitting this race in half, because if it's already loosening up, I just don't trust a super long run on these tires if I were to push it closer to that 80 lap mark. I don't think we can keep the same pace up is what I'm saying. Definitely noticing at least a bit of tire fall off. Leads come down to about a second and a half now. Still 30.1s though. Hornaday is running fairly consistent. Low 31s at that. And the same identical lap time, 2 laps in a row also. Alright, so the plan's going to be to stay out this time by and then pit from the lead. Still haven't seen anybody make a stop yet. Maybe we'll see more drivers try to split this race in half. Yep, Kevin Harvick is in fact coming in this time, it appears. Wherever he's out on the racetrack. Quite a few drivers outside the top 10 are pitting. And the window is open. It's been open for about 10 laps. And closer to the halfway mark, we're finally seeing drivers pit. And Ron Hornaday is going to try to pit this time. Got to get on here. Got to not try to waste too much time. Locks the tires up last second. He is in. Great pit road entry by Ryan Hornaday, trying to get all he could out of the race truck down into the pits. Didn't lose control at all. No time scrubbed off there. That was a clean pit road entry. It'll be 4 tires and fuel for the 6, and now it's time for the pit crew to not make a mistake here and try to keep the 6 team out in front as they have been for most of the race. And it's a clean stop. That's going to give Bobby Hamilton Sr. the race lead. Good news is that Hamilton isn't really in the championship hunt. He's still in the top 10 in points, but probably too far back to be a contender this late in the season. I think he came in 7th in the standings. Looks like he's 352 back. Let's see on the top of the screen. .26 right now is Hornaday. Probably the first truck a lap down, I'd have to imagine. At least with the caution, I believe he'd be in the free pass position. And we've got more trucks pitting this time by. Another one of the Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks are in. John Hamilton rather. Marvin Sheth is the only Kevin Harvick Incorporated truck that still has to pit. These are the first laps that Bobby Hamilton has been leading today, so won't have to worry about him getting the most laps sled. He's only going to be able to go maybe another 17 laps or so on fuel. Obviously, Hornaday would like to get back in the lead lap and not just get the free pass. Nice tire advantage, though, for the 6. It's going to spread the field out quite a bit as we still haven't seen a yellow. Could go caution-free 2 races in a row. Could potentially be the 3rd caution-free race of the season if that is the case. Only had 1 in the Busch and the Cup Series. We're both at New Hampshire. Saw some great racing in the very beginning to this one too, especially for the lead. This truck in front of Hornaday still gonna have to pit at some point. Gonna have to be on the lookout. Hornaday gonna go wide in the middle of the corner just in case he pits, and that will be the case. Smart move. Truck in front of him is on pit road. Bobby Hamilton Sr. still out on the racetrack. I just saw Chase Montgomery, Deborah Renshaw down on the bottom. Hornaday is back to 8th place. Top 7 still have to pit. There's only 3 trucks in front of the 6 of those that have to pit yet. The other 4 trucks on the 5 trucks, yeah, 4 because we're in 8th. 4 trucks that are on the lead lap would be behind the 6 right now. They're all just playing the caution game, really. There was 1 truck on pit road that time that Hornaday was able to get a spot out of, 2 of them. Up to P6 for the number 6. And now Marvin Schett will be on his way in. Haven't clinched the most laps led yet. I've led the most so far, but not quite there yet. Hornaday is back on the lead lap. The new leader is the 164. He'll be the 6th different leader already in this race. Just through the first and only set of pit stops. Because Bobby Hamilton Sr. was in 2nd, that's the one that Hornaday is going to have to try to cycle out in front of. There's Marvin Schett. Bobby Hamilton will be the next truck. I think Hamilton closed that gap down on pit road. That was a fast stop by the 04 team because Hornaday is going to cycle out in the lead, but he is going to be just a few truck lengths ahead of Hamilton into turns 3 and 4. It's actually 3rd place because the 164 is now on pit road along with the 123, and I think the 123 will... Yep, 123 truck actually led that last lap on pit road, so it'll be official lead change this time by as well to get Hornaday back out in front. But it was a 1.4 second lead when Hornaday hit pit road. Bobby Hamilton Sr. had about a 1 second faster of a pit stop, maybe even quicker than that considering Hornaday was on fresher tires for about 6 or 7 laps before Hamilton pit. But Hamilton definitely closed that gap down, and Bobby Hamilton Sr. trying to put himself in contention here to get his 2nd win of the season. Proving maybe his championship hunt isn't completely over yet. Hornaday's still going to have to hang on, though, if he's going to want to lead the most laps. 59 laps to go. Don't know how fast exactly the 04 is. We haven't really seen him out in front other than during the green flag pit stop so far today. We'll definitely see what he's got. Don't have to worry about the tires getting overly worn out as long as they get taken care of enough during this run. And it goes just a bit wide. A little opening for Hamilton to pick up just a bit more ground through 3 and 4. Already going as low as he can through the quad oval on the front stretch. All the hopes of trying to break whatever draft that could be there. That's why he's exiting so low off turn 2 as well. Trying to take the shortest way around. Just got to make sure he arcs the corner off on entry. Didn't do a perfect job that time. Hamilton seems to be a bit quicker through turns 3 and 4. 30.091 that last lap for Ron Hornaday as he holds on to the lead into turns 1 and 2. Bobby Hamilton Sr. up to the outside of the racetrack. How much of a run will he get down the backstretch? He actually lost a bit of ground. We've seen trucks be able to hold the outside on another truck for a few laps, but we haven't been able to really see him make a pass up there all day. Hornaday better in 1 and 2. Hamilton seems to be a bit better in 3 and 4. Hamilton back down to the bottom again. He could have been just trying to get some clean air in the nose of the race truck as well. Like going to the outside the couple times he has the last few laps. Is there any adjustment changes that could have been made on any other trucks in the field to keep up with the 6 as well? And there's still enough laps left in this race, 54 to go at the line, that if the 04 and the 6 start to battle, there will be other trucks that'll have a shot still to win. 30.025 that last lap. I don't know what my fastest lap of the race is. That wasn't it. I don't think I got in the 29s at all. Not that I can remember, at least. Maybe I did. That was a really good lap, that last lap for Hornaday. Is that going to be the opening Hamilton needed? Almost, but not quite. Block on the front stretch. And another lap led at the line for Ryan Hornaday. Trying to maximize the bonus points and the total points on the day at that. Bobby Hamilton Sr. to the outside. He's about 2 to 2.5 truck lengths back into 3 and 4 again. Hornaday tried to back the corner up a little bit more on entry that time to keep the truck on the bottom. Was able to do so. Hamilton's still a bit quicker though, regardless. That end of the racetrack. Didn't gain as much time as the couple laps before, though. Hornaday with that clean air advantage. It's going to be really hard for the 04 to have a shot at him without a major mistake. I mean, it's probably going to take a simultaneous, just a little bit of a slide off the bottom, as well as one of the best corners Hamilton has put together all day. He's going to want to have a shot to get underneath the 6, but he's definitely within striking distance right now, which is good. For him, at least. Heard it from the crew chief a few laps ago? I know Craven's led almost 20 laps today, so I didn't think that that was the case. Well, that's exactly what Bobby Hamilton Sr. needed, and Hamilton will lead that lap at the line. 50 to go. Side by side for the lead. Hornaday trying to hold the outside. He's going to be able to hold it up there, but now he's going to chop back down to the bottom. And we've got a battle. Hamilton's getting really deep into the corner. Chop off by the 04. Hornaday still got a run, though, on the front stretch. Gets back to the inside. Again, this is Hornaday's best corner through 1 and 2. And he is going to be able to clear Bobby Hamilton back again. Billy Kramer, thanks for tuning into the stream. Good corner by Hamilton. Couldn't get it underneath the 6 again. This is the kind of battling third place wants to see in front of him. Between Hornaday and Hamilton. Wonder where Chase Montgomery and Ricky Craven could have potentially fallen out of the top 10 during green flag pit stops. We don't know that for sure. We're not going to know unless we get a caution with another restart, or if we, well, I should say a restart in general. That is not what Hornaday wants. Remember, he does not have the restart gear in it. So it's helped that this race has stayed caution free. Remember, he lost 4 spots on that first lap of the race. Qualified third, fell back to 7, so that's why it took him just over 20 laps to get to the lead in the first place. Just by having a fast truck and race trim. And I'd have to imagine there will be lap traffic before the end of this race if it does stay green as well. But right now, that is not the case. And Hamilton does have about 6 to 7 lap fresher tires. I don't think that's going to make really much of a difference here. Especially this far into the run already. We're already 15 to 20 laps in on these tires. Might have made a difference initially, but not anymore. Right now, it is just a pure race between two of the faster trucks in the field. Brandon Witt was actually further behind the 99 and the 18 for most of the race as well, and he's second. It's a good corner through 3 and 4 again by Bobby Hamilton. Hornaday got off the exit a little bit better, though, as he had that higher lane. A bit more of a run on the front stretch in the 0-4. Didn't really aggressively side draft the 6 that time to try and stay to his inside. And Hornaday was able to hold on to the lead again. Three and 4. That's, if you're going to choose a corner, or had to choose a corner, you would want to be better than the truck you were battling with. It would be 3 and 4 in case it does come down to that final lap of the race. You want to be better in that final corner to be able to make that last ditch move coming to the checker. It's definitely one thing Bobby Hamilton has going for him. Hornaday trying to win on his first mile and a half on the season. He's been close a few times. Finished second at Atlanta earlier this year. Finished fourth at Charlotte, led late. Tried a 2-tire strategy call there at the end, but the pit crew messed up and it cost him a bit of time. And may have costed him the win that day. Ended up not having the grip needed at the finish with that strategy call. .40 to go this time by. Even with the top 2 battling, though, I don't even know that third place has enough. I mean, there's still 40 to go, though. That's plenty of time. There's still about 20 minutes of racing left. Knowing that the pit stops are done, lap traffic could help as well for him, whoever that is. Can alternate through the different camera angles one more time in today's race for the next half a dozen laps. That was one of the better times Bobby Hamilton Sr. got through turns 1 and 2. All over the back of the 6, with the 6 not getting aero loose right now. So now Hornaday has clinched the most laps led at the line that time by 39 laps to go, so it'll be a 10 bonus point night for Hornaday. Having a truck like this only makes us think, though, oh, that was a mistake. I was going to say, though, having a truck like this just makes you think more of how good of a race car Dale Jr. potentially could have had yesterday. We'll never know. Side by side for the lead, though. Between Bobby Hamilton and Ron Hornaday, that was a big block by Hamilton up high. Hornaday trying to get down low, can't quite do it. Off the exit of turn 4, Ron Hornaday going all the way down to the inside. Tight battle into 1 and 2. He slides up the track and to lift. Hornaday had to lift. Didn't want to make contact with the 0-4, risk wrecking there. He drove it off really flat. Carried a bit too much speed when they were side by side. Again, the good news is the 6 has led the most laps. But again, this is the battling third place needs again. And again, Ron Hornaday down to the inside of the 0-4 of Bobby Hamilton. Side by side for the lead, but not clear yet off turn 2. Now he's clear into 3 and 4. .35 to go. Just slightly see third place out of that rear view mirror getting bigger and bigger. With the battling though, I mean the 6 and the 04 could be using their tires quite a bit more. You would have to imagine they are. So does that mean third place is going to have an even better shot if he does end up closer to the front by the end of this race? Stick with this far chase cam for the remainder of these final 34, I think that 33 and a half laps. There's a big gap after the first 2 lap trucks that are running side by side at the very tail end of the field right now. One truck blowing up on the apron. One of the fantasy trucks in the 105. As the first driver we've seen blow an engine today, and it took until lap 98 of 130 to see that happen. We only had 2 DNFs for engine failures in a 500-mile Cup race at Atlanta last night, which is surprising. 7 cautions throughout that race. A couple of decent-sized wrecks. 3 flips. 2 from Earnhardt, as mentioned, but Ricky Rudd also had a nasty wreck early in the race as well. That big wreck on lap 1. And that truck will make it to pit road. We continue to stay caution-free to lap 100. We had a green flag run as far as just over 200 laps last night at Atlanta as well. 2 races in a row in the Cup Series that has been the case. So although we get a decent amount of cautions, it seems like we are still getting long green flag runs at some point in those Cup races. Outside of Dover, really. And then the second half of the Talladega race. Fourth and fifth place trying to get a charge as well back there. Faintly seeing them. They're almost a full straightaway, if not a little more than that behind. Oh, and now John Hamilton is blowing an engine. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Bobby Hamilton trying to get to the inside of the 6. Major block by Hornaday as he holds clear in the front stretch. He's getting off the X of the corner a bit better. There's been a couple times that Bobby Hamilton has seemed like he has been down low, but the middle of the front stretch, the 6 is able to get away from him. The 0-4 can't side draft him enough. But John Hamilton, 5th place in points, is just blowing an engine. And he is on pit road, out of the race. Again, Hamilton with a run, but another block by Hornaday. He's committed making those moves now. 28 laps to go, got to lay it all on the line. Really has been the last probably dozen laps or more. Probably since we hit about 40 to go. Pushing harder now than at any other point during this race. Trying to hold on to continue to battle for this lead and for the win. Remember, we saw some great racing at the very beginning of this race. I'm not going to doubt that that could happen again. Hamilton a bit slower than Hornaday, though, that last lap. No mistake clipping that apron all day, though, for the 6 of Hornaday. Needs to continue to do that as well. 04 is running a quick pace. I don't think the 6 can fall way behind and have a chance to catch back up, even with still 26 to go. That is enough of a gap, though, for Hornaday to give up the bottom. A little door slam on the front stretch. Oh, Hamilton just knocked Hornaday in the wall. They made a bit of contact off turn 4, and then an overreaction from Bobby Hamilton as he just checked the 6 truck into the outside wall. Big block on his teammate Scheck for third, from third. For second, and Hornaday did not appreciate that at all. It's like Deborah Renshaw's in fourth. She's having herself a run, looking for third into 1 and 2 underneath Marvin Scheck. 2.4 seconds off the lead is Hornaday now. I don't know if he's got anything for Hamilton. I don't know that he can get that much time back. That was a pretty good hit into the wall, too. Hornaday about 10th quicker that last lap. That's what I'd call for from Bobby Hamilton, really. Yo, Torres, thanks for tuning in. That's an extra 10-point difference between finishing second or first if Ron Hornaday could get up there and win this race. Scheck is losing Hornaday. Renshaw is somewhat holding on with Ron Hornaday right now in third. She won the season opener at Daytona. Trying to potentially get her second win of the season on a 21-race winless streak right now. Hornaday's faster than the 04, but he's going to have to be perfect. Look, I mean, he was on the white line going into 3 and 4. He's got to be careful not to hit it. And hit that apron and risk spinning out. Or even getting really loose. He needs to run about 21 to 22 perfect laps to catch Bobby Hamilton again after Hamilton checked Hornaday into the wall going into 1 and 2. Dropping the 6, 2.4 seconds off the lead with exactly 24 to go. It's about a 1/10 of a second a lap quicker. And with that pace, he'll have enough time to get to Bobby Hamilton yet. Hornaday's going to have to get through the lap trucks pretty good as well, though. Bobby Hamilton's about to catch the 2 lap trucks in a couple laps. Those still might be the only 2 trucks, as far as lappers go, that the leaders are going to catch. Hornaday starting to gap Renshaw a bit again. .30.092 that last lap. I just know the handling and the speed still in the 6 truck after that decent sized hit into the wall. It could have definitely been worse. We know Hamilton's going to be throwing some mighty big blocks, as the AI have done. I didn't think that we were going to see that door check into the wall as well. 6 is digging right now. He doesn't want to just run a 1/10 of a second quicker lap because he's only going to get to him with about 2 or 3 to go. And if a caution comes out with 5 or less laps to go, the race, it could end it. So you don't want to just wait for that moment. Lap trucks nearly side by side right now. Hamilton probably going to be in the wake of their dirty air into 3 and 4 this time. They're side by side again. Hamilton not close enough to make a move on him yet. If they run like that, there's going to be a good chance that Ron Hornaday is going to have a shot of catching him for the lead. And this, now as he has hit the front stretch, 1.5 seconds off the lead. A 30.092 for the second consecutive lap for Hornaday. 1 lap truck going to the outside, another one still on the bottom right now. Hornaday has cleared 1 lap truck. That first one he caught, actually got in the wall in 1 and 2. Running the outside. Hamilton to the inside. Right rear wearing out a little bit. Lap trucks are costing Hamilton just a bit of time. Hornaday's going to have to get through, though, just as quick. 1.2 seconds off the lead. That time, Hornaday was 2.5 tenths quicker with the lap trucks that last lap. And now, it looks like Hamilton's on the outside through turns 1 and 2 as the lap truck he tried to pass, almost got underneath him. 10th gained in that corner alone for Hornaday. Hamilton needs to get back down to the bottom because that lap truck may get underneath him and cost him some time. Hamilton's staying in front of him, trying to get a little bit better run on the front stretch, but that's risky, giving up the bottom like that. A lot of 30.092s. I'm like stuck at that same exact lap time for a few laps lately. Don't count Renshaw or Sheth out of it yet in 3rd and 4th. Two lappers trying to get their laps back in case we do get a late yellow. And also battling for the free pass position, so it's not going to be easy passes by any means for Ron Hornaday to get around the 123 and the 117. 123 actually led a lap during green flag pit stops at one point earlier today as well. Took it about as long as he could. He's got slightly fresher tires than the leaders. Definitely doesn't have the horsepower. He's cleared the 117 for the free pass position. Bobby Hamilton's not pulling away from the two lap trucks. Hornaday drives it in deep into the corner, a little too deep. Stuck behind the 123 now. 117's crossed him back over. Hamilton got caught up just a bit too far behind those trucks. Gets by one on the front stretch, going to get by another through 1 and 2. Hamilton runs off the bottom. That's going to allow for Hornaday to get a little bit more clean air on his nose through turns 1 and 2. And they'll be coming to 13 laps to go this time by. Ron Hornaday, Bobby Hamilton Sr. battling for the lead. Hornaday's led the most laps. Hamilton put Hornaday in the wall a handful of laps ago. Tires wearing out at this point in the run. As we get later and later into this race. A block by Bobby Hamilton. Hornaday not going to give any space to that 0-4 after what happened not that long ago. It's going to be hard to pass the leader, though. He's caught him. Now he's just got to pass him. He's underneath him. And he knocks him up the racetrack. Payback from Ron Hornaday to get by Bobby Hamilton for the lead in 1 and 2. Hamilton did a great job keeping it off the wall, though. I don't know how he kept it off the wall. Hornaday got the wall with the same move that Hamilton pulled on him earlier. Hornaday bit air loose getting into 3 and 4 as the rear of the truck got yawed out a bit. And we're right back in the same situation we were about a dozen laps ago. But now with just 11 to go. Hornaday on the outside, Hamilton on the inside. Into turns 1 and 2. Hornaday, a little bit of a hiccup that time. Through the corner. 10 to go this time by, got to get him back. Yeah, he might have a problem with getting air loose every time he gets in front of the 0-4, as long as the 0-4 runs directly behind him, taking the air off the rear spoiler of Hornaday's race truck. Another massive run, though, into 1 and 2. Hornaday hook in the white line through the corner, and he's going to pull clear off the exit. Sliding up middle of the back straightaway. He's got to hang on to that race truck. 0-4 got tight in the dirty air. He's going to be getting tight while the 6 is probably going to get a little bit looser. I think Hamilton actually just got the wall off turn 4 that last time. 30.058 that last lap for Hornaday. We have 9 laps to go. Well, we have another one of those classic Atlanta finishes as we have just 8 laps to go, as this track had put on so many times through multiple series in the early to mid-2000s. Even the late 90s. Loose off turn 2. Hornaday hangs on to it. Didn't lift any extra that time. Doesn't want to break all the momentum. Has to hang on to the truck, though. We still know Hamilton's a bit better through 3 and 4 than in 1 and 2. Can't get around Ron Hornaday that time. And Deborah Renshaw's closing that gap. Hornaday with a block to the outside now in the 0-4 of Ron Hornaday. And back to the bottom in 1 and 2 with 7 laps to go. Renshaw closing in third. Top two running quick, but maybe not as quick as they once were. They've used their tires up, battling each other quite a bit late in this race. And Deborah Renshaw maybe trying to steal her second career Truck Series win tonight. For winning her season opener at Daytona. Hornaday actually did a great job through 3 and 4 that time. He actually gapped the 0-4. Not many times he's been able to do that today. Will they catch that other lap truck that's up ahead as well? It'll be coming to 5 laps to go this time by. They may catch him. Oh, Hornaday lost some time getting into turn 1. He had a bit of a hiccup. Half a second lead now for Ryan Hornaday. Does Hamilton have time to run him back down? Yeah, it's still caution free as well. We do get a restart, that would not be good. Hopefully if a caution does come out, it ends the race. 8th of a tank of fuel left, but we know Hornaday's good to the end. He pitted right at the halfway mark. 4 laps to go. Hamilton's got to pick it up after losing some time that last lap. Renshaw able to close the gap on the 0-4, so now there's more pressure behind Bobby Hamilton compared to what there once was as well. This is a gap Hornaday wants, because now he doesn't have to worry about getting aero loose. Nobody all over his back bumper. Sorry if I said Hornaday hit the wall. You knew what I meant. Obviously, we didn't get in the wall. I don't think Hornaday is going to catch that lap truck in front of him. I think he's got just enough pace to hang on because we're coming to 2 laps to go this time by. He walks up the track just a bit. Hamilton didn't really capitalize that much, though. About a 3 to 4 truck length difference into turn 1 yet. All 4 tires in the yellow for Ron Hornaday. At this point in the run, the 137 is the lap truck, the tail end of the lead lap. Hamilton about a 10th slower than Hornaday through 1 and 2. He's pretty much just got to hold on for second now. Hornaday was about a 10th quicker that entire last lap. Final lap of the race. 137 going to stay wide in turns 1 and 2. Ron Hornaday is going to get to the inside of him. Smart move by the lap truck, staying out of the way, allowing Hornaday to clear. That's going to be game over now. Bobby Hamilton's too far back, and Ron Hornaday, as he works his way through 3 and 4, is going to win at Atlanta, get the most laps led, and get a step closer to the championship hunt with now 3 races to go. Massive win for Ron Hornaday. Put the team on the shoulders today, and he got the job done yet again, his 7th win of the season. NASCAR 02, thanks for tuning in. 3rd caution-free race of the season. Back-to-back Truck Series races to go caution-free as well. Charlotte, Atlanta, Martinsville, the 3 caution-free races. Texas is going to get wild because it usually is on this game. And that is the next race on Friday night. We'll be racing at Texas in the Cup Series tomorrow night, as that will start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Time to look at the race results. Hornaday started 3rd, again led the most laps, no cautions today, 1 hour 6 minutes to get this race in. How about that average race speed of 181.5 miles an hour? That is fast for a truck race, especially. 0.3 of a second margin of victory, 23 lead changes total in today's race through 130 laps. Again, 73 laps left for Hornaday. 28 laps left for Bobby Hamilton, finishing 2nd. Deborah Renshaw had a great run, finishing 3rd. No lap led there. She almost got around Hamilton for 2nd those final couple laps. Marvin Sheth ends up in 4th place, and Brandon Witt was the highest running of the top 3 in points, finishing in 5th. came in 62 points behind Craven. Chase Montgomery ends up in 6th place. He came in 3rd in points. Wilson Eubanks 7th. Shigeki Hattori 8th. Claiborne 9th. And Teague rounds out the top 10. Wow, Ricky Craven finished outside the top 10 today. Cleveland ends up 11th. Lester. 14 laps led for Ricky Craven towards the beginning of the race today, but finishes 13th. So he really fell off in the second half of the race. I don't know what happened prior to those green flag pit stops, so they did not go the right way on his adjustments. Brandon Witt's going to close that gap down quite substantially, beating the championship leader by 8 spots, and obviously 12 spots, plus an extra 5 bonus points for Hornaday versus Craven today. At least Craven led laps in comparison to Witt. That's going to tighten up the top 4 even more with just 3 races to go now. And a tough break for John Hamilton, because that's a race he could have potentially gotten back into the championship hunt, but unfortunately he DNF'd while running inside the top 5 for most of the day. He was fading, though, before that happened, so maybe he wouldn't have held on. 146 laps in the Silverado 350K in the next race. Juanita Luna, thanks for tuning in. See you in the chat here towards the end. And yeah, that was a pretty good race. We had a great battle for the lead early. Pretty close battles there towards the end as well, of course. Well, Ron Hornaday, he closes 60 points in on Ricky Craven today. That is exactly what he needed out of Craven to finish well outside the top 10 today. And just like that, he's within 1 race worth of points now. The top 4 within 1 race worth of points for the lead. Who needs a championship 4 when you have a season-long points format? We have still 4 drivers in contention with 3 to go. It could come down to all 4 of them having a shot going into the season finale at Homestead. The way things are going right now, Hornaday would have that shot at Ricky Craven. And then Marvin Sheth moves up to 5th after finishing in 4th today. He's 295 out of 1st. Bobby Hamilton finishing 2nd, led some laps today. He's up to 6th in points. John Hamilton will lose 2 spots, falling back to 7th. But it is just a 4-horse race for the championship. I'd stick in a fork in pretty much everybody else. There's a possibility, actually, that 5th on back would be eliminated from championship contention after the next race at Texas Friday night, if they're behind as many points as they are tonight at the end of this race. So it is getting tight. I wonder if Renshaw picked up any spots, because she had a good run. She is 8th. I think she was 8th coming in still. I mean, she's less than 100 out of 6th. I mean, she might have a top 5 points finish still. She's actually less than 100 out of 5th place yet. That'd be a strong finish for her. Hoping Bill Lester could get in the top 10. But John Hamilton, still a good season, though, considering he's a fantasy driver. Same for Marvin Sheth. But yeah, 3 Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks. Top 7, 2 in the top 5 yet. Hornaday still trying to make that charge late in the season. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be running the Dickies 500 at Texas on NASCAR 06, our 8th chase race out of 10. Dale Jr. came in the same amount of points back as Ron Hornaday came in tonight. So it is doable. We can get a good chunk of points as long as Carl Edwards doesn't have a great finish. Who knows? Maybe he finishes outside the top 10. Maybe he DNFs. Maybe Edwards DNFs, and that allows for Dale Jr. to get within 100 points again going into the final 2 races. He won at Phoenix earlier this year. We haven't raced at Homestead yet, so we have no clue what to come out of that race. And as far as Texas goes, I want to see where I finished at Texas earlier in the season. I finished 14th, and I didn't lead a lap, so didn't run as hot at Texas. Actually, the Truck Series, I didn't do so hot either. I saw that earlier. Finished 9th in the Busch race at Texas. Not bad. Truck Series, I finished 32nd. Actually, the truck race, that was my worst finish of the year, was at Texas earlier this season. No, Daytona was my worst finish, 34th. And I finished 32nd at Texas, the truck side. Led 1 lap in the truck race. 26 laps in the Busch Series, and no laps in the Cups. So I led 27 laps across all 3 series at Texas earlier this season. That is a 300-mile, 250-mile, and 500-mile race, and I only managed to lead 27 combined laps. So it's going to be a tough go. We'll see. Like and subscribe. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good night of racing. And Thursday, it's going to be a good one. We'll see if we can keep the luck going in the right direction for Dale Jr. and our Do It for Dale series tomorrow. Try to get back in our winning ways and get that Ford Chase win.